Yo, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Envy. Today we'll be reacting to the most clutch players in history of all time. Yes, of all time. I think this is a video by Zephyr, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, but I'll take them down below. Anyway, let us jump into it. You feel me? Let us jump into it. Clutch.
Make a game-winning shot in the most crucial moments. The ability to have the play in your hands and still make the correct move to take the dub. The ability to put the team on your back and lead them to victory. This attribute right here might just be one of the most important attributes to ever grace this planet. Now in recent times the word clutch might just be the most overused word right now. Niggas be calling anybody clutch. We'll go 0 for 10, hit the game winner and be all up in your face like these, calling themselves the clutchest player of all time. Shut your lame ass up, nigga. Now the title of clutch can't just be given to anyone or anything. Not just any character can acquire this level of excellence. It takes a certain je ne sais quoi to be able to reach this level, and today we're gonna be going over the characters that have this certain je ne sais quoi. Starting it off with quite possibly the greatest main character on this list, Thomas from Maze Runner. All this man does for the entirety
Holy shit!
of
Okay, I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that. If y'all have watched the Maze Runner series or the trilogy, Thomas is the most clutch character, bro. Holy fucking shit, nigga. Holy shit, nigga. I didn't expect this nigga to pull that, bro. What?
the 3 movies
Oh. Oh.
je ne sais quoi. Starting it off with quite possibly the greatest main character on this list, Thomas from Maze Runner. All this man does for the entirety of the 3 movies is clutch. There ain't a single scene in the movie where he's the one selling the play. He was out here doing the most insane stuff imaginable. Bro. Like you could deadass watch these 3 movies again and realize he was the LeBron of the verse, knew every single play to the T. And it's not even like he only knew his team's play, he knew the enemy's plays as well. The sheer amount of glaze he received in these movies was insane, and I wouldn't even blame them. Did you see the stuff he was doing? Nigga, I was glazing as well. We can take it to the first movie. On his first week in the glaze, he was already running elite routes on the grievers in the maze like he's Tyreek Hill. And this whole sequence was really just pure clutch. He just about makes it through the closing doors of the maze to help Mino and Albie. Clutch is a plan to keep Albie safe in the vines and proceeds to body a griever in the same night, being the first one to kill one of them and being the first one to survive a night in the maze. This is truly the GOAT. Throughout the entirety of the first movie, he was dead as carrying the squad on his back 24/7. Had Gully hating the entire time just to backdoor them at the end. I physically can't describe the hate I have for bro. He improves in the 3rd movie, but dog, when he bodied Chuck, I was dead ass ready to jump through the screen and slime him out right there and then. But Thomas might dead ass be the greatest character of all time. I genuinely can't think of another character that is just as great in their verse as Thomas. And I'm not even talking about the strongest like Gojo or someone like Levi. I'm talking about what they do for everybody in their verse. This man deadass carries his entire squad to paradise. Was out here moving like 2015 LeBron, whole team full of straight LA Fitness niggas, no badges. Granted, he had me nowhere new, who were massive help, but other than that, who else was valuable? Teresa, my nigga? I know you if you lie. Took them boys to the finals and caught the dub over an entire billion-dollar company and quite possibly the greatest hater of all time. Had that boy Jansen acting like the reverse Flash, all he does in these movies is hate. He tracks down Thomas to the deep desert just so he can hit a gut punch. Pops Mary in the stomach for saying 2 words with a smile on his face. And while all the commotion is going on,
he's a great actor, but I hate his characters. That's why I like his acting, cause he's a hater. Even in Game of Thrones, bro, he's a hater, bro. Fuck.
He did.
Not this shit again.
because there's no way he got.
Oh, bro, that's Nick. You're going for like 2 seconds. And
With a smile on his face, and while all the commotion is going on, he deadass leaves the safety of the ship, runs back into the desert where there's shots flying just so he can run the ones with Thomas. This is a sick Negro. This was deadass frying me. Thomas has to be one of the greatest rage baiters of all time, because there's no way he got a 45-year-old man this mad just for existing. I don't think I've seen as much hate in my life. In my 20 years on this planet, I've never seen a nigga come out of the safe area just so he can fight a literal child. Like, dog, what did he do to make this nigga that mad? And this ain't even it. In the last movie, he backdoors his own boss purely for having a conversation with Thomas so he can aura farm out the smoke. Who gon' tell him this is not tough? Proceeds to try and get the cure out of him, realizes it's not gonna work, and decides to try and body the both of them together. He don't even wanna survive at this point in the movie. He just wants Thomas to die. Is this nigga serious? And yet through all of this, Thomas still manages to clutch the game, making it all the way to the safe haven with almost all of his people. This is truly GOAT activities. Now, I haven't even seen these movies since like last year, but from what I can remember, let me just showcase his accolades real fast. He was the first one to survive a night in the maze, the first one to kill a griever, the first one to find a cure for the flare, the first one to find something outside the maze that they know, and the first one to escape the maze. And dog, this is only the first movie. The list could deadass go on for ages. Nigga is the definition of the chosen one. Bro, his blood is the only permanent cure for the flare on the planet. Ain't no way. Now, I know the second movie is disliked by a lot of fans, saying it's the worst out the three, but dog, it's deadass my favorite out of all of them. It's easily the best movie out the trilogy, and it's not even close. It didn't matter what you did in this movie, you was not stopping Thomas. He gonna have you looking like Chet in Game 7, out there running street cardio. I swear he had Johnson looking silly in this movie, hitting bro with the purest hezzies known to man. There was deadass no stopping bro in this movie. Had me watching it looking just like these. The insane run he went on was genuinely stupid. Stepped in the new facility and the main character senses started going off immediately. Brody instantly knew something was up, as he finds out it's all still a part of Wicked and is yet again the first one to escape their operation. And it's not even like they were going into another trial this time. They fully escaped the grasp of Wicked in the first 25 minutes of the movie. Had Johnson straight seething with rage. All it took was one middle finger for a lifetime of hate. Truly one of the greatest haters out there, and I can't even be mad at his actions. If a 16-year-old hit a slide like this on me, proceeding to do me like these, I ain't even gonna lie, I'll be mad too.
Bro, that's fucked up
what they be doing to y'all. But now, moving on from the greatness of Thomas, we have yet another character who completely carries his verse in almost every single situation. Quite possibly my favorite character of all time, Jim Lake Jr. And I know I've talked about bro in multiple videos, but the glaze never ends. Jim Lake Jr. might genuinely be the greatest character in fiction itself. I don't think I've seen a better clutch shooter than Jim. Was out here putting the entire team on his back half the time. Now, I do have to say he did have a decent team by his side, with the likes of Og, Blinky, Claire, and Toby in that one episode. So I can't even give him all the credit for everything in the show, but the stuff he does do is genuinely insane. Was out here pulling up to Gumbar's home court, his own place of operations, his own residency, on feet by himself, looking for the fade. Put on the Eclipse suit and was straight feeling himself, and hey, I wouldn't even blame him. He got that no. Was trapped in quite literally purgatory itself for almost 4 weeks and still walked out on top. Was in there straight frying everything in sight. I ain't even gonna lie, Nomura is lucky he wasn't on that type of timing. She would've got straight packed if he was. And this whole Darklands arc was really something else. Was out here hitting the cleanest plays of all time. The only reason he got caught was because the trolls decided to hit bro with the back door of doom, destroying the bridge right before he could get there. And even then, he still manages to clutch the play to save Enrique, giving him back to Claire. You cannot tell me this man isn't the GOAT. So when I make full video street meat riding, don't tell me I'm tripping. To this day, I still can't believe they created and saw all this greatness and still decided to rewind the entire timeline and give the amulet to Toby. Toby, my nigga, was watching this scene just like these. This deadass has to be top 3 worst show endings of all time, and it's not even close. And yes, worse than Stranger Things, they can go through all that trouble for 3 entire shows and a movie just to cancel everything out and give it to Toby. Are these niggas serious? We deadass had a whole episode dedicated to showing why Jim has to be the troll hunter, yet they still managed to find a way to sell the play. I swear, let me find the nigga who made this decision. We're running the fade expeditiously. Yes, Toby was somewhat tough in the final 2 episodes, but dog, that is not enough to give bro the amulet. This gonna be like a mall cop running around trying to stop shoplifters. He's not doing nothing. There is no way Jim went through all he went through, saw the timeline that was created, and decided to give it all to Toby. Dog, it is not gonna get better. But regardless of all this tomfoolery, when it comes to childhood cartoons, Jim has to be the undisputed GOAT, and the fact he's not as known as other characters really just rubs me the wrong way, cause he was out here hitting moves like nobody else. Now we can even take it to Troll Jim, where Merlin permanently transforms bro into a troll, had him looking like Michael Jackson in Thriller. Troll Jim was genuinely a different breed. He was out here doing things that didn't even make sense for a troll, straight dominating the field on his homecoming game. Pulled up to the battle straight aura farming purely so he could flex the new fit. Was in the spot moving like he had this new body for years. Ran a 2v1 against the 2 strongest people in the show and won. Was out here breakdancing on niggas' bodies like this is the 2024 Olympics. I swear, y'all are trash. Brody really got the new suit and started speaking like he owns the place, and hey, I won't even blame him. Who gon' stop him?
Your life is nothing. You serve zero purpose. You should kill yourself.
Try! Put that boy Angle rot a lame ass nigga and had him switching his ways 30 seconds later. That's really all it takes sometimes. And this whole fight right here is really just something else, so I want you guys to peep game. He was out here doing them the worst way. He gets the pimp slap, weave, jumps onto Angle Rock's back, kneeling down like he's about to propose, jumps off him, clashing with Gumbar, proceeds to hit a back handspring above both of them as he gets kicked in the face only to react just like these. This nigga is crazy. He comes back in, clash right, proceeds to go band for band with Gumbar, and this right here was straight frying me, nigga. There was no need to do this. Guys will really try to do anything for the clip. Dog, this was not the move, as he proceeds to weave the strike, grabs this man by the horn and throws him about 50 feet into the wall. New form had him hitting moves we ain't even seen him attempt, and Jim was already cold as hell before he even got the troll form. It done gave him a plus 100 attribute boost in every stat. This is not fair. And after he gives Angle Rot his Captain Irwin speech, he gets to running the ones with Gumbar the Black. That boy got thrown to damn Timbuktu, and I ain't even know he done linked up with T'Challa and them and got that new update on the suit. It done absorbed all the impact like he got on pure vibranium, but he ends up taking the dub against Gumbar, rejecting the decimal blade and taking him out, ending the fight and clutching the play. Like I said, really one of the greatest clutch shooters of all time, and it's not even close. But this now brings me onto my next character, quite possibly the clutchest player on this team, and that's Mark Grayson. I swear the entire premise and epitome of Invincible is this man clutching every fight he's in. I don't even think there's a single fight in the show where Mark is winning at the start and beats the villain easily. Every single one of his fights, he starts off losing and clutches right when you think he's out for the count. It's either that or he just ends up losing the fight straight out in general. Now Mark is one of those characters where you know he absolutely has it in him to win the fight, but he decides to drag it out every single time just off the fact he doesn't want to body anyone. And hey, that's somewhat understandable. He doesn't want to catch any bodies, but it has to be the most annoying thing to watch when he's going up against absolute fodder and it's looking like these. Bro, did I do the strongest villain we've seen like these and look like these the next day against damn Jesse Pinkman with powers? Is this nigga serious? His obsession with clutching the fight is dead ass so bad he's out here looking like LeBron. Brody will allow you to go past him just so he can pin your entire existence off the glass. This is a sick Negro. Like the entire first fight with Angsham Levy really just shows that he allows himself to get beat or just so he can gauge the person's strength and deal with them accordingly. Cause the words "I thought you were stronger" shows that through him getting smacked around like Loki versus the Hulk, he understood what his strength was and used what he thought was the correct amount of strength to deal with him. Only to find out bro was not strong enough. And now we're looking at the Breaking Bad ketchup transition. Brother ill. I ain't even gonna lie, this ideology he has can sometimes really be stupid as hell. Cause every time I see the Mauler twins on my screen, I already know I'm about to see some bullshit. It was like we're doing Mark the worst way. Like he isn't the strongest being on the planet. Ain't no way. I was low-key geeked when Oliver came through and done them like Ace. Cause dog,
Oliver
there is
was
no
on
reason
straight
for you to be
business,
using this.
bro.
But regardless of him selling the
Crazy.
place, some of his clutches are really some of the greatest
Oliver
things
was
to
on
touch
straight
television.
business,
The Conquest fight, bang. The Conquest fight part 2, bang. The 2v2 on Planet Thraxor, bang. Ain't even gonna lie, when he finally does decide to lock in, it's really some peak. From going the entire fight looking like these, getting absolutely mollywhopped by Conquest throughout the entire map, to ending the fight with Conquest looking like this is really just something insane. And the fact the adrenaline theory isn't confirmed is crazy. It's the only thing that makes perfect sense, and bro's gonna
This
dismiss
nigga
it like it's the
rejected
dumbest
the-
thing he's ever heard. You stupid. Conquest even saying,
Getting mad doesn't make you stronger. That's not how it works.
proves that Mark is different from the Viltrumites due to his human side. We're sitting there acting confused like it doesn't make sense. Brody just mad as hell he ain't come up with it first. You flipping twit. Even though Invincible's clutches are so great, it's even better.
Is eye tweaking? What? Wait, what's going on?
He decides to play no games. Already got in that blue suit and decided it was time for everybody in a 10-mile vicinity to get packed. And don't even get me started on Conquest Part 2. I really just love the fact
This
he
fight
ain't
was
say no
amazing.
words from the second he put his hands on his neck to his death. Told him it was his last time breathing, staring him down just like these the entire time until his eyes roll back to the back of his head and he's gone. Had his entire small intestine ripped out of his body and was still running the play. Kobe would be proud. But this now ends off my glaze on these characters. Let me know any others you would like to see me cover in the future. So hopefully you enjoyed the vid. All glory to God, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Peace, my brother, peace. What you say now? I wanna your laptop is really shy. He's really shy. Where's my mouse? Yeah, okay. Hey man, appreciate you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you have not watched Maze Runner, please go watch that show, bro. Please, I mean that movie, those three, that trilogy. Sorry. It's been a while. It's been years since I last watched it, and because of this video, I'ma go watch it. So please go watch the Maze Runner. That shit is gas. You feel me? And then Trolls, I'ma watch Trolls as well, cause I've seen Trolls like just play in the background, probably like my kid cousin watching it or some shit. So I'm gonna tap in with Trolls, and then also if you've not watched Invincible, go tap in with Invincible. It's amazing. I know the animation is bums, but just go watch it. You feel me? Appreciate you for watching.